When I bought my coastal property, the small stretch of private beach behind my house was my pride and joy. It wasn't much, just a quiet spot where I could watch the sunrise and let my kids build sandcastles. But that peace ended when the local HOA, led by the ever-entitled Karen president, decided they had some imaginary claim to it. One morning, I woke up to the sound of heavy machinery. Confused, I ran outside and froze. An HOA contracted crew was scooping my sand into dump trucks. I demanded to know what they were doing, and one of the workers nervously handed me a paper signed by the HOA board. It claimed they were reclaiming materials for emotional damages caused to a board member, Karen, after she supposedly suffered distress from seeing my private beach inaccessible to the community. It was one of the most absurd things I'd ever heard. I immediately called the police, but the officers said it was a civil dispute. So I took photos, gathered security footage, and called my attorney. The HOA thought I'd just roll over, but they underestimated me. Within a week, my lawyer filed a lawsuit for property theft, destruction of private land, and emotional distress. Mine, not theirs. During the court hearing, the HOA's lawyer tried to argue that the beach is part of the natural shoreline and therefore public domain. My attorney calmly pointed out that not only was the beach legally deeded to me, but the HOA had no jurisdiction over it. Then, we played the security footage, showing Karen personally directing the crew, yelling, "Take all the sand! He doesn't deserve this view!" The courtroom went silent. The judge wasn't amused. In his verdict, he ordered the HOA to return the stolen sand, every last cubic yard, and pay damages for trespassing, theft, and environmental disruption. Karen and her board had to hire contractors to haul 15 cubic yards of sand back to my property under court supervision. The sight of them working under the hot sun, shoveling sand back where they'd stolen it from, was poetic justice. From that day on, the HOA never set foot on my property again. I put up a new sign that said, "Private beach. Trespassers will be buried in sand, legally."